Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As usual, before we start our lesson, kita ni akan mulakan dengan berselawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW selama 2 minit. Mari kita ni sama-sama membaca 3 niat penting sebelum memulakan selawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW. Yang pertama, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Yang kedua, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dan yang ketiga, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah di akhirat kelak. 2 minutes from now.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, amin, amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. Our topic for today will be prime numbers and prime factorization. Can you please get ready with your A4 paper and pay attention? You have 2 tasks, okay? Task 1, you need to watch the video lesson from the YouTube through the links that I already attached to your Google Classroom. And don't forget to copy down the examples and answers on your A4 paper. And your task 2 will be completing the PDF worksheet. You can complete it online or any other alternatives as long as you're able to completing your task and turn in. Okay? Now, Learning outcomes. By learning this topic, you should be able to recall your prime numbers, and also you're able to explain prime factorization. Okay, prime numbers. You need to understand these prime numbers by now. You need to know how to explain these prime numbers because you will see different type of questions even in your GCE O level that relates to these prime numbers. Okay, so by now you should know how to explain these prime numbers. A prime number is a number that has exactly two factors, which are 1 and the number itself. I repeat myself, a prime number is a number that has exactly two factors, which are 1 and the number itself. Please remember this one, okay? These are the 25 prime numbers between 1 to 100, okay? It is better for you to memorize these 25 prime numbers so that it will be much easier for you to solve any questions that relates to prime numbers. Okay, moving on with example 1. 1a is 5 a prime number? Explain your answer. And b is 80 a prime or composite? Explain your answer. I will give you 1 minute to try to solve these questions. And don't forget to copy down. Don't forget to copy down these examples and your answers. Okay? Okay, time's up. So let us discuss these two examples, these two questions. Part A is 5 a prime number? Explain your answer. The answer is yes. Why? Because it only have two factors, 1 and 5. Please copy down also the answers, okay? And B is 80 a prime or composite? Your answer is composite. Why? Because it have more than two factors. Alright? Composite will be the opposite of prime. Lawan kepada prime. Alright? So it is better for you to memorize that 25 prime numbers between 1 and 100 so that it will be much easier for you to solve questions like this. Okay? Okay, example 2. Jerome has 6 number cards: 49, 51, 53, 55, 57, and 59. And the questions are, which two of Jerome's numbers are prime numbers? And B, explain why 51 is not a prime numbers. Don't forget to copy down this example in your A4 paper. And I will give you 1 minute to try. Alright? 1 minute from now. Okay, time's up. Example 2a, the answer will be 53 and 59. And B, explain why 51 is not a prime number. If you have encountered this type of questions, just turn back to the definition. Okay? For part B, explain why 51 is not a prime number. Try to find out the factors of 51. Okay? Okay, step 1, you need to find out the factors of 51. If you find out the factors of 51 more than 2 factors, that means this 51 is not a prime number. So here it already mentioned that 51 is not a prime number. Jangan lagi dijawab because 51 is not a prime number. That is not the answer, okay? This is definitely, obviously, sudah kena bagi tahu 51 is not a prime number. So why? Okay, so how to answer these questions? Like this. 51 has more than two factors, so that this 51 not a prime numbers. For your information, 51 have 4 factors, which are 1, 3, 17, and 51. Okay, that is how you answer this kind of questions if this kind of questions come out in exam. Okay, now prime factors and prime factorization. Okay, the keywords here are prime and also factors. When we say prime, all the factors must be in terms of prime numbers. Okay, now there are two different ways how to answer prime factors and also prime factorization. Alright, by definition, prime factors mean all the factors must be in terms of prime numbers. Okay, all the factors must be in terms of prime numbers. And prime factorization is a way of expressing a number as a product of its prime factors. I will show you how we're going to answer the questions if the questions ask you about prime factors and prime factorization. Okay, there are two methods that you can use to find prime factors. Prime factors or prime factorization, they share same method, okay? Same way how to find out the answers, but the way we write the answer will be different. And I believe both of these methods, 3 factors and divisions with prime, you already learned during your year 6 level. Okay, now just recap a little bit. These 3 factors, the steps to use these 3 factors. Start off with any of the factors you know, but preferable start with one of the factor be a prime number. Okay, circle your number if it is a prime numbers. Continue your branches if your number is composite, and stop when the factor is prime. Okay, sampai ke bawah, you got the prime factors, then you stop. While the divisions with prime, start from the smallest prime of which the number is divisible by it. Keep on raising your prime numbers that is divisible. Keep on continuing your division prime process until you reach 1. Must reach up to 1. Okay, must reach up to 1. Okay, example 1. Find the prime factors of 102. And B, write 102 as the product of its prime factors. Product is the keywords. If the questions ask you about product of its prime factors, that question's actually asking you about prime factorization. Okay, now I will show you with 2 methods, but in exam you can choose any of this method. You don't need to do both of them, just choose one. Okay, method 1 using a factor tree. Here, now from here we start with 102. Okay, we start with 102 and try to find factors of 102. And I will take 2 and 50. 1. 2 and 51 will give you 102. So 2 and 51, if you find out any of these numbers are prime numbers, you can circle it now. Okay, like this. After that, if the answer is a composite number, proceed until you reach both of the factors are prime numbers. Okay, like this. 51, you proceed, you will get 3 and 17. Now, 3 and 17 both are prime numbers. So stop. Stop if all the branches here you already circle with prime numbers. Alright, that is what we call as factor 3. Manual discontinuous divisions or divide with prime like this. I'm sure you know both of these methods already. Okay, this is just a little recap for you to answer the worksheet later on. 102, you divide by 2, you will get 51. 3, you will get 17. Don't stop up to 17 only. Some students, they stop up to 17. No, you must stop if the answer is reaching 1 like this. Okay, and all of the numbers here must be prime numbers. Okay, number 1 here must be reach 1 and here must be prime numbers. So how to answer A and B? Like this. A, prime factors. If the questions ask you only about prime factors, so you can write like this: 2, 3, and 17. Okay, but if the questions ask you about okay, product of its prime factors, your answer must have kalian ni, this multiplication, okay, this multiplication symbol. Okay, so the answer is 2 times 3 times 17. You get me so far? Okay, if you still confused, you can ask. Okay, moving on with example 2. Don't forget to copy down examples. Okay, to copy down examples and also answers. For example 1, you don't need to copy it down because you already get that one actually in your notes. But this example 2, you need to copy down. Okay. Now I want you to try first. I want you to try first to answer these questions. Okay. Again, I repeat myself. In exam, you don't need to do both of the methods. You just choose once. But since here we are doing our notes, so please copy down and do all. Okay. 1 minute from now. Okay, time's up. Let us discuss the answers. From method 1, you get like this. And if you try to look at the factors, if you have any prime factors, you circle it. And if you see here, both of these 19 and 3 are prime numbers. So 3 and 19 are prime factors. And stop. Okay. Continuous division, 57. Divide by 2, you will get 19. You divide by 19 and you got 1. Right? Must reach 1. So Questions A, the prime factors of 57 are 3 and 19. B, the product of its prime is 3 times 19. Okay, can you see the difference? If the question asks you about prime factor only, you can put n here, 3 and 19. But if the question asks you about product of its prime ataupun prime factorization, so must have multiplication here. Okay, clear so far? If you're still confused, you can ask. Okay, example 3. Don't forget to copy down the examples, and I give you 1 minute to answer these questions. Okay, so 1 minute from now. Okay, time's up. So A, I will use this continuous division method up to 1. Okay, and as you can see here, 5 repeated twice and 3 repeated twice. So your answer just write once. The answer is 3 and 5. Part B, write 225 as the product of its prime factors. Leave your answer in index notation. Okay, so the answer is 3 square times 5 square. Why square? Because 3 repeated 2 times, 5 repeated 2 times. So 3 square times 5 square. By doing this example, this will be the end for this topic. So don't forget to complete your PDF worksheet, and don't forget to copy down the examples and also the answers. Alright, so that's all from me. Thank you so much. And macam biasa, kita ni akan sudahi sesi pembelajaran tadi dengan doa. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.